Attention Cloud9 shoppers, this is the Superstory Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast with Matthew Haas and Michael E. Cullen II.
Okay, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of the Superstory Podcast. That was good.
That was pretty good.
Yes. Anyways, today... Oh, by the way, my name is Michael E. Cullen II.
And I'm Matthew Haas, if you don't know already.
Yes. Matthew.
I mean, for both of us, not me
Yes.
particularly.
I'd like to apologize. This episode's coming up a little late because we had some issues. Matthew wasn't feeling well, unfortunately.
And before that, I had to go look for a man named Tony Generous.
Yes.
So I think he may have actually made me sick through his spiritual powers or something like that. So
I agree.
cool.
Yes. So today, do you want to just jump into our orientation here, sir?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Attention Cloud9 Associates, it is now time for orientation.
Okay. Today, we are covering an episode of Superstore. Surprise. It is Season 2, Episode 9, entitled Black Friday. It originally aired on November 10th of 2016 and was directed by Victor Neal Jr. and written by Eric Legend and as well
As me.
as, well, actually just written by Eric Legend, nobody else.
Mm.
Okay. So, you did not write it though, Matt.
No.
You may wish you did,
Yeah, that's true.
but you did not. I mean, you could probably write something just as good.
Probably.
Yes.
Give me a few years, time, practice.
Yes. You know, you got to practice, get out on the field,
Mm-hmm.
you know, run some drills, and stuff like that, and then you'll be a good writer.
Yeah, because running in the field, doing drills,
Mm-hmm.
helps you write. It might, though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because you're releasing endorphins, and that might clear your head. So I guess there is a connection between good body workout and then your mind. So I guess that's not totally wrong. So it's,
Yeah.
that's why physical education is actually very important.
Yes, it is. As well as spiritual
Mm-hmm.
education
Yeah.
and arts education and education.
Yeah, just regular education.
Yeah. And then, you know, when you get taught how to teach.
Teach education.
Yes, that's what it's called. And then there's
Education school.
yes. Education. Education. That's where you learn how to teach people how to teach.
Yeah. It's a racket, really.
Yes, and you use that when you're on the court.
Yeah, see?
And you use the racket.
Yeah.
The tennis racket.
It's like the circle of life, it just...
The circle of life. Whatever. Hakuna Matata. So, anyways, what happened in this episode here, Matthew?
Well, not the Lion King.
No, that had nothing to do with this
nothing
episode.
from the Lion King happened in this episode. But
No.
there was no Scar, and there was no Mufasa falling to his death.
No Zazu.
No. That was really aggressive.
Yes, it was.
Throat clearing right there.
I think you turned into a lion.
Wow. Anyway, it's Black Friday, so everyone has to show up to work super early at like 3 a.m. They have a tradition where they bring, it's a potluck where everyone brings, a little something to eat before they start working. Nobody's happy because they're awake so early, but they're, forced to eat a little something to just kind of contribute to the camaraderie or whatever. But first thing that happens that kind of screws everything up is there's food poisoning. Amy is the first one that starts feeling a little bit off, but she assumes that she might be pregnant. That's her first fear. So she's trying to get a pregnancy test from Tate, the lovely pharmacist that's who has a pretty sick house only 12 miles from the beach in Florida for his vacation home.
Yes.
Turns out though that it's Jonah's next person that feels sick, and then everyone else follows. So it's not pregnancy, it's food poisoning.
Yes.
So everyone is feeling terrible. Mateo specifically says he's one of these people who hates being sick.
Hot take.
Yeah, hot take, Mateo, is what Amy would say, or did say. Glenn is exhibiting the very first stages of becoming addicted to Xanax. He takes like 3 or 4 pills to keep himself calm because Jerusha, his wife, gave him the bottle to just help him with the day.
Some kind of anxiety medicine or something.
It's a generic for Xanax.
Is it?
Alprazolam. That's what
okay.
I was on for a while.
Yeah.
It's the generic for Xanax, but it's low dose. But even at a low dose, it's pretty effective. So, he took like 3 pills in like a span of like 2 hours. So he's like completely chilled out and like, I love this store and stuff like that. Everyone else is just, feeling absolutely terrible. And they're like, he's like, oh, don't you feel terrible? And he's like, no, this is the worst I've felt in my life. But so, that's kind of the gist of it. There's more stuff going on, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
That's pretty much.
That's the whole story. No.
Yeah. Credits roll.
That's it.
Yep.
No, there's more to it. Garrett, that's right. Garrett's making a super long announcement.
Because Dina wants him to go to the register. And he doesn't want to work the register. So he's making this long announcement. He keeps talking about different movies, specifically Tom Hanks ones for a while. And he describes each movie in detail.
Yeah, he's like, Forrest Gump, that's a good one. And it turns out that Jenny, he says it like that, Jenny died what's implied to be AIDS, but we don't know.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, sorry. For anyone who hasn't seen
For anyone who hasn't seen a movie that came out 25 years ago or something.
And then he's like, that movie with Nicolas Cage where he trades faces and talks about eating a peach for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Face Off, if that's...
Spoiler alert.
If you don't know that movie, which is a great movie.
Yeah, spoiler alert, by the way, in Face Off, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage switch faces.
Right. That's why it's called Face Off.
Yes.
Because their faces come off their regular bodies and they get transplanted onto the other
which
body.
seems completely...
Yeah, because you could just totally just take a face off someone has your face...
And then you're going to look just like the person afterwards.
Right, because your face is like somehow, related to your bone structure and stuff. So somehow the bone structure of the other person is going to exactly mimic the face. It's not going to look all weird. Like if you got like smaller bones, the face is like drooping. That would be a really fucked up movie. John Travolta. Well, for one thing, John Travolta weighs more than Nicolas Cage. So how did that work out? That would look weird to have John Travolta's face on Nicolas Cage's body because it would be like
I think
drooping.
at the time they kind of looked, they kind of had similar body shapes. I don't know.
Even then, though, he still was a little. He's like maybe like 5 or 10 pounds heavier.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nicolas Cage was.
And then, I mean, they do have that possibility. There is the thing where they can actually do face transplants now.
Okay.
Because I've read an article. There's a guy that had that happen because he was like in a car accident, and then and he became friends with the sister of the guy's face he got. Because the guy donated his body to science and stuff when he died, and they actually took this guy's face and put it on another guy's face.
So, okay. So that's 20 years after
Yeah.
that movie came out.
Mhm.
Wow, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a good movie. You should check it out sometime. I know this is not about Face Off, but you should check it out.
I think if I could get the rights to it, I would do a sequel to Face Off.
Oh, that would be
a direct-to-video
Oh
sequel.
my god, I was hoping to see that when looking for direct-to-video sequels, but
No.
I couldn't find it. That sucks, though.
No.
I would love that as a movie to watch.
I'd go crazy, and I think I'm going to have it star Terry Crews and Ken Jeong.
Ooh,
Wait,
I like that.
I'm going to have a black guy and an Asian guy switch faces.
Yeah, man.
One who's like really tall and big and strong, and one who's like kind of
Really
short.
small. I love the idea though, because I
Yeah.
love them so much as,
I know.
as people and actors.
They were the two actors that just popped in my head. I was like Terry Crews and
Terry
Ken
Crews.
Jeong.
Man. Oh shit! What?
Yeah. So anyways,
what else-
Superstore.
What else happened? Because I'm kind of blank. I'm going by the abstract. Here.
Basically, what ends up happening is Amy finds out she's not pregnant, and she's got the thingamabob.
the food poisoning.
Yeah, that's what it's called, the thingamabob.
The thing about yeah.
I should be a doctor.
That's a scientific name for food poisoning.
I should really be a doctor.
Yeah.
And be like, yep, okay, you've got a thingamabob. I'm going to give you these thingamaburs, and you're going to take them, and then we're going to, these who's a what's-its are going to, check you out over here. Make sure you pay your copay over there. And,
Yeah.
Then, have a good who's a what's-it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What? I don't know.
Okay, anyways, yeah, I mean, and then at the end, Garrett rallies the troops when they're all like down and they don't want to do anything, and he basically, surprisingly, rallies the troops, and he goes out there and he waits on people and stuff, and he's vomiting first, and then Dina's helping him bag things, and and then they kick people out of the store, and store closes, and then back in the break room, Dina kisses Garrett, and then basically implies, "Hey, we're gonna go have sex in the photo lab."
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's how that ends.
Yep.
Good times.
Was that the first time that they ever had sex?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right, because he said it's
Yeah.
the first. A
It's
lot of firsts.
A lot of firsts today. Yeah. So yeah. So that's what happens there. Do you want to take a quick break here, Matt?
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll come back and we'll talk about our Employee of the Week and some other good, fantastic things here from the wonderful world of Superstore.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. This is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast you're listening to right now. With me, as always, is
Matthew Hassa.
Yeah, and we're here to tell you about our really cool other podcast called All Too Real 2. And what do we do on that show, Matt?
We watched the greatest direct-to-video sequels of all time, and then we report on them.
And we also talk about other pop culture
Yeah.
cool things like video games and conspiracy theories and other awesome things. So if any of that sounds fun to you and you enjoy hearing my voice and Matt's voice,
As
tune
you
in.
should, as you should.
I mean, of course. Tune in anywhere you get podcasts to All Too Real 2. Bye-bye.
Any day, Quaff.
I'm ready. When you need magical appraisal, you won't find a wizard as wizened as Wizard Quaff.
The world is expendable in the grand scale of my hatred for creatures beyond my understanding. And you, Magus Elgar.
Even if he has some peculiar preferences.
Abominations! Curb your tongue, lest you uncork my lust for opiates!
You can hear Wizard Quaff and his exciting adventures in the upcoming radio comedy, Magus Elgar.
Visit MagusElgar.com to download your copy today.
And we are back. That was okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I think I was off key. Anyways, I'm always off key. Yes. I just break into things. I'm off key. Get it?
Yep, I get it.
Yeah.
That's a good. I like that.
Yes. Don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, do you want to jump into our employee of the week here, Matt?
Yeah.
Attention Cloud9 Associates, our employee of the week is...
Okay, Matthew, who was your favorite employee this week, and why?
This one is hard because there are several people that I thought, I mean, like, even Tate, some of his antics today, were pretty cool. Cheyenne, she had a really funny line about saying that she thought that she hit something with her car, but she was too tired to check. That Jonah's like, that's alarming. I guess I go with Garrett because of the ongoing announcement thing that he was doing throughout the whole episode. I mean, because he referenced like 16 movies in this entire episode, like Polar Express, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13. That's where Tom Hanks is a spaceman that gets saved by a bunch of nerds.
I like the Polar Express. Merry Christmas, kids. It's a nightmare.
Yeah. So I'd say that because he was kind of one of the main characters in this show. I think Jonah kind of he was kind of took a back seat, I think, as a character in this. Well, probably because he was filming a documentary, so that kind of made sense that he was sort of being like a witness to
like a fly on the wall sort of thing. Yeah. Speaking of Polar Express, by the way, folks, if you haven't yet, check out our Eddie Deason interview over on the All Too Real 2 podcast feed that of another one of our shows we do. He was actually in that movie, so I don't know. I just wanted to kind of plug that because it was a good interview.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. Okay. Anyways, so so you think Garrett?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with it's kind of a tough one here. This is a really tough one to try to figure out. I'm gonna go with Glenn. I tend to go with Glenn a lot. I don't know why, but I just liked his little freak out at the one point where he was just cussing up a storm and then everything. He's just like, did something just happen? I think I just blacked out or whatever. Yeah, that was funny. And
he was so calm when he said it too.
Yeah.
He was smiling when he said it. It was hilarious.
And then his interaction with Tate was really funny at the one point where he's asking about the pills and he says, and then Tate's like, did you have anything to eat or drink today? And he's just like, I had 3 mugs of juice. And then he walks away and he's got this embarrassed look on his face and he turns around. He's like, all right, I didn't want you, I had 7 mugs of juice. I didn't want you to judge me. And then Tate's like, that's too much juice. This starts the whole thing where we find out that Glenn just loves juice.
Oh, he's like addicted to juice.
Yeah.
Like he'll drink like entire jugs of juice at some point.
He's a juiceaholic.
Yeah.
Yes. Juiceaholic.
It's probably because he doesn't drink soda, I'm guessing. So he drinks juice, which has flavor. I mean, it's just my guess. I don't know.
Unlike the great taste of Mountain Lightning,
yes.
which has less than 1% juice, according to the can. Mm-hmm. Mountain Lightning. Mm-hmm. Get it exclusively at Walmart.
Cool.
They're not one of our sponsors, but
No.
But if Walmart wants to sponsor us, feel free to contact us at mike@cullenpark.com or
or something,
or just send out some smoke signals or something. Or your Walmart, you can just kind of send somebody to my door.
Whoa,
wait,
kind of creepy.
Just get a guy knocking on my door and it's like, "Hi, I'm Walmart." Wait.
I have no identity. I am Walmart.
Yeah.
I've given up my individual identity to be the face of Walmart. It's like the episode of Community.
Where the guy's Subway.
Yeah, he's Subway, yeah. And then later, I don't want to give anything away, but in season 6, he returns.
Yes. So, I think that's basically it. Glenn is my guy here this week.
Cool.
Do you want to jump into our today's special here, Matt?
Yeah.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers. Today's special is...
Okay, Matt. What was your favorite scene in this episode and why?
I like the Well, I liked all the Garrett scenes, where he's talking about the movies, and I just thought that was funny when he mentioned that movie with Nicolas Cage where he trades faces and talks about eating a peach for hours. I love that. I don't know, just because that's such a it's such an unimportant line in that movie, but that's me and my brother would always quote that line to each other when that movie came out. So I just thought it was funny that someone else thought of that particular line, because it's such a throwaway line.
Yeah,
in a 2.5 hour movie.
It's become the most popular part of that movie.
Oh,
though,
really?
In some ways, I don't know why. It just has. I've heard it referenced before by people, which is interesting.
So I like that, but I think I guess the favorite though would be at the end where they're literally driving people out of the store, because Glenn is driving a I don't know what it's called,
it's like a forklift.
A forklift to drive people out, and then he ends up running over a baby doll, and then this woman's like, "Sir, you accidentally ran over my daughter's baby doll." He's like, "Not accidentally."
That was funny. I think my favorite scene is just a really quick throwaway thing in this episode, and that's where they're closing the store, and Cheyenne is on the thing, and she's just like, the store is now closing or whatever, and it's not, bring up your products or whatever, and it's like get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
It's something like when I've worked in retail and we've closed, I've always wanted to get on the announcements and just say
that.
Yeah.
No, we're actually closed.
Yeah.
Not,
no.
Get ready to be closed.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do that. That'd be fun. I think if I were ever to quit and on my last day, I'd be like, "Can I make the announcement when we're closing?"
Yeah.
They might not like it. I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here." No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't say it like that. I think what I would actually just say is closing time. It's like, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I could probably do that now and they wouldn't get in trouble.
No.
Anyways, speaking of closing, let's come back and we'll do our closing after this, but let's take another quick break here and for a word from our sponsors.
Do it.
Hey folks, this is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast that you're listening to right now, along with
Matthew Haas.
We just wanted to tell you about our great podcast called Super. It's called All Too Real. And on that show, what do we do, Matt?
We watch biopics, and then we talk about whether or not the movie matched up with the real story or not.
So
it was a lot more exciting than that, though.
Yeah, so we analyze the real story and the real story.
Get it?
Get it?
Real.
Yeah, they're spelled differently, folks. You can guess which one I said which way. Anyways, so sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't. But we talk about great movies like Shattered Glass and The Social Network and Futile and Stupid Gesture, among others. Those are some of the ones that we've covered so far, and we're going to cover a lot more. So please subscribe on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your great, fun podcasts. And be sure to share it with your friends.
Do it.
And make sure you're not afraid to get all too real. Bye-bye.
And we are back. My name is Mike.
My name is Matt.
How are you today, Matt?
I'm doing very well.
I'm talking very something.
This is promoting our ASMR
Yes.
show. All too, I don't know.
All too.
All too ASMR. No,
It's just all too.
yeah, all too.
And on that channel, which does not exist, we just talk like this.
Yeah.
And we're like, sometimes we give encouragement and stuff to people. Be like, "You're a good person.
You are worthy. You are kind. You are a human being.
People love you.
And you love yourself."
Yes. Stop smoking.
Yes, please.
Wait, what? Okay, so if you'd like to hear that channel, and want to sponsor it, it's going to cost you about $100. So just let me know. So do you want to move into our closing here, Matt?
Yeah, sure.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers, the store will be closing soon.
So, any word from our friend Tony?
Yeah, so it turns out that Tony is actually a supernatural being. I kind of went back and forth on that at first. I thought he was a god, and then I became like a follower and tried to start my own Tony Generous cult. And then I got deprogrammed by Mike and got kind of angry at him.
With the help of Mountain Lightning from Walmart.
With the help of Mountain Lightning from Walmart. Kind of deprogrammed me a little bit. But then I found out that Tony actually wasn't trying to brainwash me, but that he's from a different dimension, and he's not used to how frequencies operate here. So he was trying to have a soft touch, if you will, but it turned out that was even too strong, even for that. And he told me that his mission was not just to teach me, but just to teach Mike as well and other people to just be themselves. And that's all that really matters. Just be yourself and be creative in your own way, and be a good person. And and the reason why his music sucks, I mean, he didn't say that, but I said that, is because I guess music is different where he comes from. It just sounds different. So all of this weird shit that he was making, when you translate it to where he lives, it actually sounds very angelic and nice. But when you put the frequency in our realm of existence, it just sounds like a bunch of random noise. So
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Now, if he's from a different dimension, is he really related to Tom Petty? Does Tom Petty exist in that dimension?
He was very he didn't want to say is what it was. He kind of left that kind of out in the open. I did ask him that, and he didn't say yes or no. I'm gonna go towards yes, I think. I mean,
but is he related to our Tom Petty or Tom Petty from another?
He might be from like Tom Petty from like Earth 2 or Earth 50 or I'm not sure which one.
So this is kind of like a DC,
yeah, a little bit
multiverse sort of thing or something. Okay,
yeah.
Now the most important question is in the universe he comes from, does Barry Allen, the Flash, exist?
The Flash exists, but it's not Barry Allen.
Oh, okay.
It's Tom Petty.
So he's really running down a dream.
Yes.
Okay. So,
he just zooms right past those wildflowers.
Oh, boy. And when he jumps off a building, he's free falling.
Yes.
Really fast.
Yep.
I don't know. Okay, so
I watched him, to ascend, or not really ascend. He didn't really rise physically, but he kind of lit up. It got his body became like a body of light, and then it just got to the point where you could sort of see like a silhouette of his physical form, but then it kind of widened its scope to just like a huge just huge window of light, and then it made like a little popping sound. Hear that? Like that popping sound, and then he was gone. So
and he was into the great wide open.
Yeah.
Under them skies of blue.
Right. But then when he left though, there was like a little piece of paper that like was floating down like from the that landed on the ground. The same parking lot that I was at last time when I was looking for him. And then it said the same piece of paper said Tony buys it. I'm like, okay, what's what this Tony buys it say? I don't understand. Tony
Does that mean he dies?
No.
Like he buys it?
No. Tony buys it and then he goes, then on the back it says, get it? I'm like, no, I don't get it. I don't understand. But I went into a space shuttle, the fake one that he was living in, Turns out that was fully operational this whole time. He was living in like an actual spaceship, space shuttle, whatever.
Okay.
It worked. Everything, all the buttons worked. And then I found a whole bunch of cash, like a huge stash of cash.
Okay.
Like just hundreds of thousands of dollars of just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was doing with it.
Did you take any of it?
I took most of it, actually, yeah.
So we can fund the podcast forever then.
Well, no, because I'm kind of on the run now because I'm pretty sure he stole that from the government. So
So you're running down a drain now.
yes, no. I should have joined him in that little light show to kind of,
Mm-hmm.
be a fugitive, well, be a refugee, if you will.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
You don't have to believe me. It's fine. I mean, I know from the last time when I said
I don't.
when he
Matt.
said he was God.
I don't
That's
believe
fine.
you.
That's fine.
I don't believe any of this, man.
Okay, well,
I don't even know if Tony's real.
he is real.
I need to meet him someday.
Well, now you ask that when he's already moved, into his own little world now. I don't know.
So is he not coming back?
He said he would sometime, but I don't know when.
So he's gonna come back, like, I'll come back someday, like the snowman, like Frosty.
Maybe. I mean, with him, time might be a different construct than what we know it as. So for him, it might be a week, but for us, it might be like 2 years, before he shows up again asking for something or, I don't know. I did have he did give me a pizza though. It had a bunch of mushrooms on it. So I don't know if that, did anything again or whatever. But,
I'm thinking it may have.
oh shit!
Matt.
So he did it twice. God damn it.
I don't know.
Oh well. It was it was interesting to try to manage someone's career. It was just something new I wanted to try. I'd never done it before. I wasn't expecting my first attempt to be with such a unique creature. But you live and learn, I guess, so it's fine.
Matt,
What?
I'm worried about you, man.
Why?
Because just step outside of yourself and listen to what you're saying.
You don't believe in the supernatural at all? I mean,
I believe in the TV show Supernatural.
No, I mean, of course, because that guy's cool, but
yeah, Eric Kripke's awesome.
Yeah,
you
from
know.
Sylvania and Toledo.
Yeah,
but,
and then The Boys is an awesome show too. If you
Right.
haven't watched it yet, and Timeless was
no,
a
but
good
you
show.
you believe in stuff. You believe in God. You believe in so what? Why why is that any more crazy, or why is it any more crazy to believe that a guy who claims to be the step cousin of Tom Petty is a supernatural being that is made of light and stole a bunch of cash from the government and lived in a fully automated spaceship in a parking lot in Colorado, and it gave me a bunch of mushrooms on the pizza. And then I started feeling weird afterwards. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it makes about as much sense as Scientology.
Maybe a little more.
Yeah.
I think by now the listeners know that Tony Generous is not a real person. I think we can
No.
we can give up the story.
No, I think he is.
Oh, now you think he is. You just said he wasn't real.
I'm still skeptical one
Okay.
way or the other. I don't know. I'm worried about you still, Matt.
All right, that's fine. Whatever.
I'm worried about myself.
Be worried all you want. It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. Matt, you wreck me.
All right.
I mean, I would say don't come around here no more. Or don't do me like that. Because you're so bad. But hey. We've all got walls. And, sometimes it's just Mary Jane's last dance. And I'm just an American girl.
Wow.
Yes. I need to know.
Need to know what?
If I'm just a face in the crowd.
You could construct an entire paragraph
Based just on Tom Petty lyrics,
song titles even. Let alone lyrics, just song titles.
Yeah.
There's so many, like 40.
You know,
Look at that.
sometimes it's just time to move on.
Yeah.
You know,
I like move on from this bit, maybe.
you know, even the losers.
Yeah. I think the Tony Jenner's bit has run its course, maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe
he might come back. I mean, I think if he's in this, other, corporeal world or whatever it is, this other dimension, he may come back, folks.
Yeah, so
He may not.
and he might be real, like I said, just because I might have had some weird magic mushroom trip doesn't mean it's not real.
Here's my theory on it, man. I think he's real. I just think he's been giving you some weird kind of medicine.
I see that kind of
Like,
alters my reality.
yeah,
or-
in those mushrooms or maybe in the cheese of the pizza. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Could be in the sauce.
Could be the whole,
Could be in the dough.
like
Could be
all of
in-
it, like
yeah.
the whole thing.
Maybe it wasn't even pizza.
No, it was.
Oh,
It
wait.
was definitely pizza.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean, it was shaped, in the pizza pie and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. But tell you what, folks, we might not talk about Tony for a little while, but the waiting is the hardest part. And it's okay. It's okay, man.
yeah, it's all right.
So we're all just going to free fall out into nothing. And yeah. Hopefully we'll hear more from him in the future.
Yeah.
But for now, folks, just make sure, I think one thing Tony would like you to do is to go onto the Apple Podcast platform and give the show a 5-star rating. And tell us what you think.
Yeah, do it for Tony.
Or any other podcast format.
Format. The podcast format.
Yeah, and any any other podcast, apparatus that you can, give some stars or thumbs up or whatever the fuck they do on there. Just give it to us, man.
Yeah,
give it to us,
please.
And we'll keep giving you good episodes here of Superstory, and because we love talking to you folks. I hope you love listening to us. And let us know. I mean, send me an email at mike@cullenpark.com and let me know if you like listening to us and hearing our hot takes on episodes of a TV show from a couple years ago. And and our in our banter.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. You feeling okay, Matt?
I'm good.
That's good. Because I need to know. Because you're so bad. And you wreck me.
Sorry.
Like a refugee who's running down a dream and learning to fly. And won't back down.
That's right.
And for now, the store is closed. Bye-bye.
This is the Superstory Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast.
A Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Hawes. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.